also to keep in mind about the low down payment and closing cost assistance that's available to you. And AffordableHomesAndApartments.com is the website, and HighwayToHeavenChurch.net is my Christian website. You can click on the link to the bookstore page, and that will take you to the author spotlight, where you can view my books that I have written. And I just want to thank you pretty much for joining me today. I'm so glad that I had the opportunity to meet with you and to show you and to introduce myself to you so that you can get to know a little bit about who I am. Again, we are giving the workshop at the East Delavan Library on the 17th of September, and that's going to be Bailey and Delavan, and it'll be the first and third Monday of each month, starting on the 17th of September at the East Delavan Library on Bailey and Delavan at 6 to 7:30 p.m., and it's free of charge. If you want further information, please email me at sblack3001@gmail.com. If you would like to register, we would prefer that you register online at AffordableHomesAndApartments.com so we can know how many books to bring. Okay, we'll be talking about free money for home buyers during that time. We'll be going over some more of the free money that's available. Just to reiterate what we talked about today, we talked about subsidy grants, which is like a forgivable second mortgage. We talked about the Section 8 homeownership voucher program. We talked about the down payment and closing cost assistance, as well as construction loans that are available. And these are grants. They call them loans, but they're forgivable loans that are available. And we're talking about every city, even in the suburbs, you can get down payment and closing cost assistance available for you. And even after you move into your home, there's also assistance available to help you rehab your home. There's the weatherization program that offers free weatherization for homeowners, but you have to occupy the home. They do your windows. They put you brand new windows in throughout the entire house. They put you a brand new furnace, and I believe a hot water tank as well. So I want you to please take advantage of a lot of the things that I talk about here. It's available to each and every one of us, but it's particularly available to low to moderate income individuals and families like you and me. So we want to be able to start using up some of this money in the community that it's meant to be, instead of living in these raggedy, rundown houses. Some of the workshops that we'll be offering will be to help for homeowners facing the loss of your home. We offer tenants' rights workshops, home buyer education, first-time home buyer programs, and we have investors workshops as well. So please visit my website at AffordableHomesAndApartments.com for further information. And we will be seeing you next time on Real Estate, Religion, and You. Hello, and thank you for joining me for Real Estate, Religion, and You. My name is Sylvia Black, and I'm your host today. I'm a licensed real estate broker and owner of Affordable Homes and Apartments in Williamsville. And I have a website, it's AffordableHomesAndApartments.com, which you can be free to visit for further information. Today I want to talk to you about the home buying process. Last week we talked about the subsidies that are available in my book, Free Money for Home Buyers. And we're going to be talking a little bit about that today, but also we're going to be talking about the home buying process, just a little bit. Last week we talked about subsidy grants, which is a forgivable loan. We also talked about down payment and closing cost assistance, as well as construction forgivable loans, even in the suburbs. We talked about weatherization programs, and we talked about the Section 8 home ownership voucher program. I think that's something that a lot of people don't know anything about. The Section 8 home ownership voucher program. If you wish to purchase a home for the first time but need help meeting your monthly mortgage and other home ownership expenses, there is a program that will help you, and it's called the Section 8 home ownership voucher program. If you're on Section 8 already, you have to be on Section 8 for a year and working. Income limits do vary. Be receiving disability or Social Security, and you could qualify for a mortgage to buy your house with your Section 8 home ownership voucher, and the monthly mortgage payment by the homeowner is generally 30%. That means that you as a homeowner, you will be paying 30% of your mortgage, just like you would be paying 30% of your rent with your rental voucher. And for further information on that, give us a call or email us at sblack3001@gmail.com. Please don't hesitate to visit my website at sblack3001@gmail.com, and you can actually sign up online right there, and then an agent will be in touch with you shortly. You can visit my YouTube address at sblack3001 for free videos. And if you can't attend the workshops in person, there will be videos online that you will be able to take advantage of. We will be giving a first-time home buyer homeowner workshop, which is free of charge, at the Bailey Delavan Library, which is going to be on Monday, September 21st. It is the first and the third Monday of each month, starting in September on the third Monday, and that's from 6 to 7:30 p.m. right in the lower level of the Bailey Delavan Library. For further information on that, please email me at sblack3001@gmail.com for further information. Today we want to talk about the home buying process. Okay, now this section will lead you through the steps of buying and process and how to decide if you are actually ready to buy a home today or if you need to wait. Take our home buyer education programs. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention, the book also talks about, it has a list of home owner education programs and housing counseling agencies in the book. They offer a variety of services free of charge. Some of the down payment and closing cost assistance program that you take advantage of, you would have to register and take the class and graduate through them. But not all of the programs are contingent upon that. And we'll talk about that in detail when you come to my workshop on East Delavan Library on Monday the 21st, which is the third Monday in September, from 6 to 7 p.m. in the lower level, and it's absolutely free. It's a homeowner education program. And we will be talking about free money for home buyers. Other topics that we will talk about in this session will be help for homeowners facing the loss of your home, tenants' rights. We have investors' workshops that we'll be talking about. And we'll also be talking about how to turn rundown buildings into huge profits using other people's money. We'll be talking about HUD sales and voucher programs for landlords. We'll be talking about successful property management. And in our landlord tenants' rights workshop, we'll be talking about how tenants can help with violations, how you can get results done when your landlord is not responding to your requests to fix your apartment. Okay, now today we're talking about the buying process. Now buying a home is an exciting process, but it is also a serious commitment both in terms of cost and maintenance. And it requires a lot of thought. There are some important factors that you should consider before you embark on the path of becoming a homeowner that will help you determine if now is the right time to buy. 4 factors to consider when thinking about buying a home, and there are more than 4, but there are a few that I'm going to mention today. How steady is your job history? When you buy a house, you will probably need to get a mortgage loan. Having a steady job history will help to convince the lender that you will be able to pay back the loan and pay it on time. Generally, if you have held each of the jobs you have had in the 2 years, the mortgage lender will consider your job history steady. And I do believe, though, if you have had several jobs in the last 2 years, as long as there's no gap in between, you're still considered having a steady work history. If you have changed jobs frequently and there are gaps in between, then that could be a problem. But if you have changed jobs and there were no gaps in between, then I believe that would still be considered history, as long as you've been working steadily for the last 2 years. Now, how is your credit? Do you know how your credit is? Well, we here at Affordable Homes can help you figure out your credit. What we do is we run a credit report, the same as the banks and the mortgage companies do. This is another measure of readiness to buy a house to determine if you are ready to buy a house or not. Because you will have to make mortgage payments each month, lenders want to know what your ability is to repay the loans by examining how you have been paying your bills in the past. Okay, now in order to gauge your consistency in paying bills, a lender will order a credit report, and that means they have to get your Social Security number. So before you give out your Social Security number, make sure that's the lender that you want to deal with. And Affordable Homes, we will help walk you through the process. In some cases, we actually go with our clients into the bank, and we sit there with you. We try to let you do the talking, but in some cases, we know that the process can be intimidating, so we walk with you, and in an effort to lessen the intimidation, to give you a little more comfort, to make you feel a little more comfortable in the process, so that you can actually conduct and make a decision. Because in reality, we're working for you. Me as your real estate broker, I'm working for you. The lender, they're working for you. The attorney, they're working for you. The title insurance company, they're working for you. We're all working for you. You are the boss in this home buying process. So what we try to do is to teach you how to take an assertive role, how to take the boss role. This is your chance to be the boss now. So now you tell us what to do. You choose the lender who you want. You choose the contractor if you have to choose a contractor. All of the decisions are your decision to make. And I want to emphasize that. I'm not going to emphasize it. I can't emphasize it enough. That your decision. You make the final decision. You let nobody talk you into doing anything you're not ready to do. If you're not sure, then you go home and think about it and you talk it over with loved ones. But you don't do anything unless you are absolutely sure that you are ready to do it. Okay, now do you have a credit history? Some people don't have a credit history, and we call this alternative credit. Alternative credit is if you haven't established any credit at all. You have never had a car loan, you've never had a credit card, or you never had a mortgage, never applied for a loan or anything. This is what we call alternative credit. And alternative credit is perhaps your electric and gas bill, which is 2 items, and all you need is 4. Your telephone bill is 1. Okay, you could have an internet bill now, that can be another one. A renter center bill, that could be another bill. Anything that can be verified. They don't necessarily have to report it to the credit bureau, but as long as it can be verified that you actually have an established history, and we would like to look at least a year maybe, let's say a year, maybe 2 to be on the safe side, of regular payments that we know that you will actually have a better chance at qualifying for a mortgage. And we here at Affordable Homes wants to help make that happen. Now, have you saved up money for a down payment? It's important, yes, that you save up money, because when you go to the bank, you are going to need some money. You can't just go to the bank with no money at all. You have to have some of your own money. With all the free money that's out there and available to you, the down payment and closing cost assistance, the subsidy grants that are available, the Section 8 home ownership voucher, the weatherization programs, all of that, the grants, the construction loans, you will still have to have some of your own money in order to be able to close the deal. You cannot come to the table with no money at all. So now is the time that we must start getting into the habit of helping you learn and practice how to start saving money. That's what we're going to work with you and help you do. How to learn how to start saving money and putting money away. Even if it's not a lot of money, it doesn't have to be a lot, $1 here, $1 there, or whatever, just as long as you get in the habit of saving. Because buying a house is a serious commitment that you must make. And it's a lifetime decision that you say, hey, I want this house and I want to make it work. And I want to do whatever I can to make sure that this works well for me, because I want to have something to leave my children. You want to have something that you own, something that you take pride into. When you come home, you can say that it's yours, that nobody can put you out because you've done something wrong. You can play your music as loud as you want. You can paint the house purple if you want to. And it's your house. I've seen some houses that are orange and green. I've seen one house that had so many flowers on it, you couldn't even tell that it was a house. It looked like a greenhouse. But it was their house. They can do what they want as long as there are rules and regulations that you have to follow. You have to pay your taxes and you have to pay your mortgage. Okay? You have a backyard. Usually most houses come with backyards, and if you want one, you can choose one. I usually like a house with a driveway. I like a single family house with an attic and a basement. It's got to have both, attic and a basement, because I have extra rooms that I need to do something with. My 2 stories that I live in, and then my attic and my basement that I need for other stuff. So yes, I have to have that 4 rooms. I have to have those 4 floors. Okay, and have you saved up money? We need to start saving now. We will get you in the habit of it. Well, our financial management classes that we offer will help you start getting in the habit of saving. We will teach you everything that we have, that we know, and we will refer you to other places where you can get free training and free classes and free money, of course. And that's what it's all about, free money for home buyers. Now the buying process. Prices of homes, even when they are affordable, are usually more than a buyer can afford. To pay at once, therefore, most homeowners in New York and around the country purchase homes by New York and around the country. Purchasing homes by a borrower, purchasing homes by borrowing a large portion of the cost of the home from a bank and other lender at the time of the purchase. This is known as obtaining a mortgage, or more commonly, getting a mortgage. The terms and conditions of the mortgage loan will greatly affect the cost to you, and in some cases will determine whether or not you can afford to buy. That's why we help you. We don't want you to be intimidated and get run away. We want to help you through the process so that you can qualify for that mortgage, so that you can get that mortgage. We don't want you to be denied when you walk into that bank. We want you to know that you're going to get approved, that you've already had a credit report run, and your approval will be done. Okay? Now, understanding mortgage is very important. What type of home will you purchase? Will you purchase a fixer-upper? Will you purchase a brand new construction house, something that's been brand newly renovated, everything brand new? What about a manufactured home? Those are homes that are built in the factory and shipped to the land site, which means that you also would have to purchase the land. But usually when you purchase a house, it's built into the cost of the house. And when you purchase a house, the land is usually built into the cost of the house. Will you buy a single-family house? Or will you buy a multifamily house? You can buy a multifamily house anywhere from 1 to 4 units. And the income from the other units can be added to your income to help you qualify for the mortgage. Will you buy a co-op? A co-op is where you own shares in the corporation. Or will you buy a condominium? A condominium is where it's like a high-rise and you have an apartment, but you own it. It's a condominium. You own that. So what type of dwelling will you? What about a townhouse? Maybe you might want to buy a townhouse. There's all lots of different types of housing. You could buy a fixer-upper, something that needs work. You could buy something that's just been newly built, or you could buy something that's been renovated. You could buy any type of housing out there that's available to you that you qualify for. Now, how do you find these available properties? Well, I'm so glad you asked, because that's what we here at Affordable Homes is here to help you with. How to find a home of your own. We are here to help you through that process. Okay, and we have several different ways of finding property depending on what type of property you want. But as I said, it is a lengthy process, so we will have to work quickly to qualify you, so that we have some virtual tours that we can take you through at the office. We can present to you through our presentation and walk you through and let you see the inside of the house right there from the office. And then we could actually take you to the land sites and we can show you the houses. Once you've been, some owners don't even want to see you unless you've been pre-qualified. We will give you all the details on the house, but you have to get qualified first because there's no sense in wasting your time or mine. And if you need help, why not let us offer that help to you? Most of the help is free of charge. There's very little that you have to pay for most of these services that are offered to you. Buying a home is a big investment, so you want to make sure that you are completely informed about the details, such as location and cost, before you decide to purchase. The following is important things to consider as you inspect the house and look for the property that matches your needs and finances. In the layout, satisfactory for me and my family. Does it have the right number of rooms, storage, closet space, privacy? Like I said, for me, I have to have an attic and a basement. I have to have a driveway, and I have to have a garage. Those are some of the prerequisites. Now, in terms of the house itself, of course, there are things that I want that maybe later on I'll be able to afford. But for right now, I'll get something that's more economical. I would say my dream house
would probably be a 4,000 square foot ranch. It'd have to be 2 stories. I know most ranches are single story, but it would be a 4,000 square foot ranch, 2 stories it would have to be. I'd have my circular driveway that would go all around the house, and in the front, I'd have my fence that comes, and it would have to be at least about maybe 10 feet in front of all that grass I would have, and then the fence would be where the grass ends. My bathrooms would be spectacular. I'd definitely have at least one bathroom on each floor, including the basement, not the attic. And in 2 of the bathrooms, I would have a jacuzzi. I'd have a steam room and a sauna in the different rooms. Maybe one bathroom, there'll be the steam room and the sauna. And in my bedroom, I'd have a private bathroom also. So my bedroom will be the master bedroom, and I'd have a little room off from that, and then the closet off from that. So my room would have like 4 different rooms in it. My room, and then there's a room off from my room, then a closet, and then I'd have my bathroom, which will have my jacuzzi in it, and my sauna, my steam room or what have you. This is my dream home that I dream of having, a little bit down the road. And I have a lot of bathrooms, and I'd have a summer house in the back. It would be a summer house that would be for guests. They wouldn't sleep in my house. They'd be back there. And I have a lot of bedrooms, a lot of rooms, a lot of living rooms, full basement and attic. Everything will be modern, my windows and everything, but I'd have double insulated glass on the windows because nobody ain't sneaking in my house. Don't know where I would have my 4,000 ranch built, but I did hear that Ray Charles, when he had finally made fame, he had 8,000 square foot of house. Now that's a lot of house there. You got to remember, 8,000 square feet of house. I only want 4,000. I ain't asking for much. So what is it that you want in a house? What kind of house do you really want? And we got to think economically, and it's all based on your budget. Now, that's the difference between you choose a house that's already constructed, or you choose a manufactured house. A manufactured house, there are floor plans that we have available that will allow you to actually pick and choose the style of house that you want. And you can actually pick and choose the land where you want the house to sit. So that's the benefit of a manufactured house. And all manufactured houses are brand new, and most of them come with appliances. So you don't have to worry about any of that stuff about weatherization programs or what have you. You can still take advantage of these other programs that I talk about in my book, Free Money for Home Buyers, Section 8 Home Ownership Voucher, Down Payment Closing Cost Assistance, Forgivable Grants, Forgivable Loans. All of that is still available for any type of house that you want to borrow. And there's a bank and a mortgage company that can process any one of these kind of mortgages that you are looking to buy. Okay? So, now, is there adequate ventilation in the attic? Is that important to you? Sometimes it is. Now, understanding mortgages, we will be talking about mortgages in depth at our next session, at one of our sessions, and at the Home Buyer Homeowner Education Workshop that's going to be given at the East Delavan Library at East Delavan, Bailey, and Delavan Avenue in the basement level on the first and third Monday, starting on the third Monday in September 2012 from 6 to 7:30 p.m. Now, to register, we would like for you to visit our website at affordablehomesandapartments.com. Please, ma'am, please, sir, register online if you would like to attend the workshop. The reason why we just need that, we have to have paperwork for everything. As a real estate broker, we want to have paperwork documenting everything. And this is several things. We want to make sure that who we're dealing with, that we're dealing with the right person, that we're answering and addressing your needs properly. And of course, we want to make sure we get paid our commissions. So we want to make sure that we have all the information proper. We want to make sure that we give you the right house that you're looking for. We want to make sure that you're satisfied as a customer. Okay? And we want to make sure when we're offering you this information like this, free money for home buyers, that you will be given the information that you specifically need. We're not going to talk to a homeowner who's facing foreclosure about free money for home buyers. Okay, we want to make sure that we're giving you the right information at the right time. Okay, we're also going to be talking about, and also at our workshops, we will be having mortgage guys from mortgage companies that will be coming, different mortgage companies that will be coming and presenting their, their spiel about the mortgages in the bank and how they offer. They may even offer to pre-qualify you on the spot if you choose and desire to deal with them. Of course, I would suggest thinking about it. Also, there will be attorneys. We'll have some real estate attorneys that will come. We'll talk to some title insurance companies. And of course, there'll be me, real estate broker. We won't invite any other real estate brokers because I'm it. And we hope that you would choose to deal with me, although you do have a choice of dealing with the real estate broker of your choice. But we hope that you would choose Affordable Homes and Apartments as your local real estate broker. Now, it's important that you understand different types of mortgages that are out there available, which we will talk about those in depth. And understand how your mortgage is calculated for your mortgage. I mean, you may say, I've had more complaints from people after they've sat at the closing table and they've closed the deal on their mortgage. And what they don't understand is the escrow. Now, escrow is basically your taxes and your insurance. I mean, your taxes and your mortgage, and your taxes and your insurance, right? Your taxes and your insurance. Those are two things that are added into your mortgage. When you leave the closing table, your mortgage amount is stated to you. It's written down, you signed for it, you agreed to it, and I'll be there at the closing table with you. Okay, you're supposed to get a copy of those documents 3 days before closing. And we will all be there at the closing table to review those documents. Now, what will happen is your mortgage, let's say your mortgage payments are $579 a month. You walk away, all you're saying in your head, $579, $579, $579. That's what you're saying to yourself over and over again when you leave the closing table, right? When you get your first bill, your bill is probably going to be $785. And you're going to hit the ceiling. You're going to be like, what? $785? I thought my mortgage was $579. Right? And you're going to be, what's all of this? You know, and I've had people call me up, you know, what's going on? You know, my mortgage is supposed to be $579, now it's $785. And I say, ma'am, sir, you forgot about your insurance and your taxes. Those are added into your mortgage. See, because what happens is the bank pays this for you. They don't allow you to take advantage of paying it yourself, because if you pay it yourself, there's a possibility that you may not pay. And the bank is going to stay in first position. And what I mean by that is, if you fall behind in your taxes, the city could foreclose on you for non-payment of taxes. You know that. You're in the city of Buffalo. The city could foreclose on you for non-payment of taxes. Okay? So, you know, we don't want that. And the bank doesn't want that. They're not going to have it. So what they do is they pay the taxes, the bank, the people who give you the loan, they pay the taxes in advance. And they also pay the property insurance in advance. You choose. And most of the time you come to the closing table with your first year. You have to have the actually insurance policy in place. I don't believe that it has to be paid up in full, even if it's just for the first month. But then what happened is the mortgage company will pay it off in full. They'll pay your taxes in full. So now you're, in essence, paying the mortgage company back for what they've already paid, right? So that's what's happening. So you come away with the $579. You have to try to keep that in mind. And you can already figure that out, because you will already know how much your insurance is going to be, because you're going to be bringing your insurance policy to the closing table. So you'll know how much your monthly insurance is going to be. And your taxes, all you have to do is get a copy of the tax statement. You'll find that out. Actually, when the house is advertised for sale, that usually tell you how much the taxes are. We usually divide that by 12. And you add those figures in already, so that when you get your payments from your mortgage company, it won't be a surprise. Because a lot of people really just absolutely completely forget about taxes and insurance. They completely forget about that. And it's like, you know, taxes and insurance, I don't have to pay taxes and insurance, you know. I'm exempt from all of that, you know. Just want to remind you, there are expenses, you know, and there will be unforeseen expenses even once you actually own your home. There will be things that you will have to consider. I mean, and then you have to remember your regular basic bills, your gas, your electricity, your cable, you know, for that big 60-inch television that you're going to want to sit in your huge 500-square-foot living room, you know. And what about your basement, your stereo system that you want to blast through the roof? Come on. You know, you got to, consider all of that, you know. That's what they call insurance, taxes. So you got to, just try to remember that. Now, we're going to help you find a mortgage broker or a lending institution or a mortgage company. We're going to help you find that. We're going to help you choose by giving you the information about them, so that you'll know what kind of mortgage company you need for the kind of house that you want to get. But again, you make the final decision, and I do want you to keep that in mind. You are the boss in this home buying step, in this home buying process. You are the boss. Okay? Now, there's a cost to process the mortgage. Mortgage companies charge what they call points. And points is how the mortgage company gets paid. Points are based on interest rates. And interest rates are really low, so there shouldn't be that many points. Usually the lower your credit score, the more points they charge. The higher your credit score, the less points they charge. But mortgage companies have to get paid just like real estate brokers have to get paid, just like banks have to get paid. So everybody wants to get paid. But more importantly than that, you are going to want to own your own home. Now, once the ink dries on your closing statement, there's a possibility that you could go into the bank that next day or that same day and refinance your house and get another mortgage on it. See, when you buy a home, you're building wealth in home ownership. You're building wealth in home ownership because your house increases in value once you move in. As opposed to a car, when you buy it and you drive it off the lot, it decreases in value. A home increases in value and a car decreases in value. And that's called equity in the home. After you've lived in your home for a number of years, you have what's called equity in it. And you can go to the bank and you can say, look, I'd like to borrow some money based on my equity. And there'll be different types of loans that you can borrow. You can get a home equity loan, which means that you only use or pay interest on the money that you use, which we'll be talking about that in detail. Or you can get a regular loan where they give you all the cash. There's whole lots of different loans, but you just have to be aware of predatory lending when you do that. And you will be a homeowner at some time soon, and we want to make sure that you look for to refinance your home or equity loan. Be very wary of predatory lenders. Predatory lenders promote quick fix financial solutions in order to convince you to invest in properties that you are unable to afford. And with the education that we're going to be providing you with, you will have excellent knowledge of whether you can afford it or not. In one of the books, we have some worksheets that you can practice on. We have worksheets and different items like that you can actually practice. There's a mortgage application process. There's the steps to processing your mortgage application. And usually from the time you've been pre-qualified for a mortgage until you're actually sitting at the closing table, signing those closing documents, getting the key to your home, your new home, it's usually about 60 days. And it's a 60-day period because mortgage lenders have to be very careful and very sure that they're covering all the grounds necessary when it comes to qualifying you for a mortgage. There are laws and strict laws that, yes, you have to adhere to. And then there's the signing of the contract. Once you should have already found an attorney and an insurance policy which you'll have to bring to the table. And we will provide you with your buyer resources. There are a lot of tax breaks from the Internal Revenue Service for brand new home buyers. And there are organizations that continue to help you even as a home owner once you own your home as a first-time homeowner. And we want to just also remind you that, you know, if you budget yourself now, if you make sure you keep all this knowledge that we give you under your belt, and you don't, and you just, keep the books handy that you get, and you want to, keep the books handy and make sure that you can refer back to them or call us up or what have you, email us, visit our website, you will be well educated and one of the few homeowners that will not allow your home to go into foreclosure. You can save your credit and your home by following a few simple steps, and we're going to talk about that next time. So I just want to remind you briefly, please come to our Home Buyer and Homeowner Seminar, which is free at the East Delavan Library on the third Monday in September 2012 at 6 to 7:30 p.m. and every first and third Monday at the East Delavan Library from 6 to 7:30 p.m. We will be talking about different subjects, but we'll start off by talking about this. And if you have a subject that you would like for us to talk about, please email me at sblack3001@gmail.com, or you can visit my website at affordablehomesанdapartments.com. Or you can also visit my YouTube address at sblack3001@gmail.com. If you would like to take advantage of these workshops and seminars and you are unable to come to the location, please email me and we will have videos online and we will stream online, and you can also Facebook me at highwaytoheavenchurch.net or Dr. Sylvia Black. And I want to thank you for joining me today, and I will look forward to seeing you again next time on Real Estate, Religion, and You.